Know what to do to survive in such a place? If your answer is no, then this video is perfect for you. A large island in the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of Brazil is known as Ilha da Queimada Grande, or Snake Island, in more informal contexts. The island earned the title Snake Island due to the large number of snakes that live there. The island has a moderate temperature and is just 43 hectares, 106 acres in size. The landscape of the island varies greatly. Vegetation on Ilha da Queimada Grande is diverse. Due to deforestation, the island has parts of bare rock and grassy cleared areas and parts of jungle. The island's name, Queimada, which means forest fire in Portuguese, comes from attempts by inhabitants to clear land for a banana plantation on the island. In 1909, a lighthouse was built to direct sailors away from the island. When the lighthouse was automated, the last individuals who lived there departed. Snakes! The severely endangered, deadly golden lancehead pit viper, which feeds on birds, has no other natural habitat other than the island. A pit viper is a species of snake that uses heat-sensitive organs between its eyes and nostrils to locate its prey. And the island also houses rattlesnakes, copperheads, and cottonmouths, among others. When the last ice age ended, and the island was cut off from the mainland by rising sea levels, the snakes got trapped on the island thousands of years ago. The subsequent evolutionary pressure enabled the snakes to adapt to their new habitat, swiftly expanding in number and making the island unsafe for human visitors. In the past, it was believed that the island was home to roughly 430,000 snakes, although more recent estimates place that number far lower. The number of golden lanceheads was estimated to be between 2,000 and 4,000 in the first comprehensive research, with practically all of them living in the island's rainforest. The population may have leveled down due to a lack of resources, but a herpetologist estimated in 2015 that there are still between 2,000 and 4,000 golden lanceheads in existence in a Discovery Channel broadcast. The population is showing the impacts of inbreeding, which puts the golden lancehead at risk too. The IUCN Red List of Threatened Species classifies the golden lancehead snake as severely endangered due to its overall low population. It was added to the list of threatened species in Brazil as well. Who goes there? A minimum of one snake is thought to be present in every square meter, 1.2 SQ yards. Even the locals are afraid of this location since they have heard tales of individuals visiting the island and never returning. Only the Brazilian Navy and chosen researchers who have been approved by the Chico Mendes Institute for Biodiversity Conservation, the Brazilian government conservation organization, are permitted access to the island, which is off limits to the general public in order to safeguard both humans and the snake population. You have no reason to visit Snake Island. But how could you survive if you got there by an accident? These are the steps of how to resist Snake Island. Step 1. Sail carefully. You should avoid the island if you go sailing or fishing there. There are rocks everywhere around Snake Island. Swimming close to it is risky since your boat might be damaged. A tiny fishing boat carrying 6 fishermen got caught in a storm on February 27th of 2019 while they fished close to the island. The boat began to sink. 4 fishermen made the decision to swim ashore. The other 2 stayed in the boat out of fear and were never seen or heard from again. Despite being well aware of the island's reputation, 4 passengers made it to the shore safely. They survived for 3 days on the island. How? They stayed on the beach the entire time they were on the island and didn't venture into the jungle that surrounded the beach, not even for a brief period. They had been consuming rainwater and eating bananas that they carefully collected from the edges of the jungle. They endured a horrifying 3 days of suffering until spotting a boat nearing an island and rushing into the water to swim for it. On March 3rd, a boat carrying 8 tourists and a diving instructor scooped them up and brought them to the emergency care unit. Just try to picture what it would be like to survive in the open, on the verge of a hell so close to shelter. A forest, a cave, and a lighthouse, but unable to go there since there is no hope of surviving on foot. Step 2. Watch out for cockroaches. Snake Island is not just inhabited by deadly vipers. The island is covered in locusts, large cockroaches, and numerous non-venomous snakes. Always keep an eye out for these not-so-little creatures while you're visiting Snake Island, and do all in your power to avoid them. However, if you have a strong stomach, they could prevent you from going famished. Eaten safely, cockroaches are a wonderful source of necessary amino acids and protein. Enjoy your meal. Step 3. Deal with the snakes. You will have to contend with the snakes if you are stranded on this island. Look around for a stick. It will assist you in repelling the snakes and stop them from biting you. Be ready to experience pain if you get bitten. The island's golden lancehead pit vipers evolved naturally, and as a result, their venom became up to 5 times more potent than that of a typical lancehead viper. Significant physical problems brought on by this potent venom include kidney failure, brain hemorrhage, and intestine bleeding. Muscle tissue may potentially die as a result of it. Therefore, you'll experience a melting sensation on your skin. Remove any jewelry, including bracelets, watches, and rings, since doing so may be difficult if an arm starts to swell. If you have an EpiPen, use it to treat anaphylaxis symptoms, including face, mouth, or throat swelling, hives, or breathing difficulties. We now go on to the next stage, which is also the only way to improve your chances of living, and that is medical assistance. Step 4. Bring a doctor. The island is only visited by biologists and researchers. They examine the pit vipers, the golden lanceheads. Additionally, the lighthouse, which has been automated since the 1920s, is maintained by the Brazilian Navy, who visits it once a year. Every team that travels to the island is required by the government to have a doctor on board. You have a 7% risk of dying if you are bitten by a golden lancehead. A doctor's care can lower those risks to 3%. I don't know about you, but 4% means hell a lot to me. Step 5. Beware of pirates. Even though the island is home to poisonous snakes, wildlife traffickers, also known as biopirates, frequently stop there to capture and sell these snakes. On black marketplaces, a single golden lancehead pit viper sells for between $10,000 and $30,000. The International Union for Conservation of Nature's Red List classifies them as endangered, since this is the only area where they can be found. Although you manage to escape Snake Island unharmed, the waters and the Amazon are filled with other dangers. Good luck to you, folks. Our video has now come to an end. I genuinely hope you enjoyed and learned from today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel by clicking the buttons below. By tapping the bell icon, you will never miss an upload. Send this video to everybody who enjoys sailing and keep it for yourself as well, just in case. Leave your valuable remarks and general feedback in the comments section below, and I shall see you all again in the next one. Peace.